has been convicted of criminal defamation by a court in Surat. The court has handed him 2 years in prison, but also granted him bail and suspended the sentence for 30 days. Now, this means Mr. Gandhi can move the High Court to challenge this decision. He was in Surat to face these charges against him. He returned to Delhi a couple of hours back. Let's understand what this case is all about. The defamation lawsuit was filed in 2019 by BJP MLA Purnesh Modi. Back then, Rahul Gandhi made a statement asking how all thieves had the same surname, Modi. This was around the time when the likes of Lalit Modi and Nirav Modi were on the run. They're still on the run. So Rahul used the common surname to take a jibe at Prime Minister Modi. That's the backstory of how and why this lawsuit was filed against him. Now let's come to the present. The Surat court has found Rahul Gandhi guilty under Section 499 and 500 of the IPC. Under these sections, the maximum punishment is 2 years. The court also granted him bail and suspended the sentence for 30 days so that Mr. Gandhi can challenge it. But time will be of essence here because the conviction makes Rahul Gandhi vulnerable to being disqualified as an MP, meaning he could lose his Lok Sabha seat in Wayanad. Let's also listen in to the political reactions that have come in.
जानबूझकर गलत केसेस को थोपकर आवाज को रोकना, बंद करना, डराना, धमकाना, ये प्रक्रिया ये सरकार भिन्न भिन्न रूप से कर रही है। साथ साथ इससे कहीं ज्यादा आपत्तिजनक वक्तव्य दिन प्रतिदिन इनके द्वारा, इनके मंत्रियों द्वारा, इनके वरिष्ठ नेताओं द्वारा, इनके कार्यकर्ताओं द्वारा को अनदेखी, अनसुनी कर दिया जाता है। ये एक पहला निर्णय है, सबसे निचले दर्जे का निर्णय है, जो कि हमारी न्यायिक हायरार्की में सबसे निचला दर्जा होता है मैजिस्ट्रेट का। इसके बाद सेशंस कोर्ट ले जाएंगे इसको।
राहुल गांधी जो भी बोलते हैं लगा दो, ठीक है, वो आजकल ऐसा हो गया कि उससे सिर्फ नुकसान ही होता है। उनका पार्टी के लिए नुकसान होता ही होता है कि राहुल गांधी का जो रवैया है उसके वजह से सब खराब हो गया। उनके पार्टी भी डूब रहा है और साथ साथ में पार्टी को भी नुकसान होता है।
Let me go across to my guests who are joining me this evening. Charu Pragya, BJP spokesperson, continues to be with us on the show. Tehseen Poonawalla is a political analyst joining us in the studio. Tehseen, why is the Congress party saying that the verdict and the sentencing is legally untenable? How is it legally untenable? You know, the maximum punishment under the sections under which he's been found guilty is 2 years. That's what he's been given. Why raise a question about what the court has said and done?
No, I think what they say is legally untenable is because they are hopeful, like most citizens are, that in a higher court of appeal, they will have that sentence suspended, and obviously, it will not stand the scrutiny of a higher court, simply because somebody has made a political speech in a political context in Karnataka. Somebody in Surat is suing the person. I have never seen something like this in my political life or when I've seen politics. Should political speeches come under such defamatory laws, and should criminal defamation exist in India in a modern liberal democracy? I think those are the fundamental questions that need to be asked.
Charu, what is also interesting is the fact is that there is a 2013 Supreme Court judgment which says that if a lawmaker is sentenced to 2 years or more in prison, he faces disqualification. He or she faces disqualification. Now, one of the points that is being raised is, it's interesting to see, A, the excessive punishment being meted out for something that was said on a political stage, A. And B, the excessive punishment is exactly 2 years, the time frame required to disqualify an MP or an MLA. This was well timed according to the conspiracy theory that is being floated. Charu, can you hear me?
Say, am I audible? Yeah. Nah,
you're clearly audible. Can you hear me?
Okay. Can I first... Okay. Yeah. Now it is good. Sorry about that. Thank you very much. Good evening, and good evening again to Tehseen and to all the viewers. A conspiracy theory is just that, a theory. It has got no proof, it has got no basis, and let's remember that. The judge, the honorable judge, was well within his powers and his right to decide a case whichever way he sees deemed fit. But I do want to disagree with what my friend Tehseen said. He said it's a political speech and that's about it. Well, if it's just a political speech, you could have targeted Prime Minister Modi like you've been doing endlessly, using all kinds of derogatory terms and abusive language. Why did you have to club an entire community in one breath and call them all thieves? And if Rahul Gandhi is such a sensible person, after this verdict also, he's not willing to say, I'm sorry if I hurt the sentiments of all the Modis. I didn't mean it like that. Would that make him a smaller person or would that make him a more sensible person? Today here, you are disrespecting the Honorable Courts of India. This is again not the first time that you've done it. You are habitually using derogatory language. You are habitually using your platform to put down India and Indians. And you're habitually talking in a disagreeable way, in a very disrespectful way about the judicial system in India. And I don't think that we should be defending that
but
at
Charu,
any cost.
that is not just
if
Rahul.
He's made a defamatory remark and a judge has found that to be
No,
fit.
Charu,
I don't want
that's
to even
not
talk
just
about
Rahul.
his remedies.
Every politician
exactly.
in this country.
So if you target one
every
person,
second politician
Shreya,
in
if
this
you
country,
target one person,
if you start looking at their
one
political
person, why club an
speeches,
entire community?
if you start looking at
This
their political
whole question
speeches,
is-
will have made derogatory statements against their opponents or made some sort of hate speech. May I remind you what the Prime Minister has said about Sonia Gandhi? Below the belt attack, Jersey cow, Congress ki vidwa. I mean, these are words that have been used. 50 crore ki girlfriend
So
for Shashi Tharoor's wife. So
Shreya,
I'm
1
saying
minute.
that if on a political
Agreed.
space things are said, you need to have a thicker skin.
No, but you're comparing apples to oranges. You're comparing apples to oranges. Not that I'm endorsing any kind of hate speech. But when something is directed at one person or one leader, did Prime Minister Modi say all women are like that? Or was it ever said that every single person in the Congress party is like that? And if there's a problem, go file a complaint. Here you have clubbed the entire Modi community, an entire caste, a whole community. And you've called them all thieves and you're defending it. I don't understand why. I think it would be gracious of Mr. Gandhi to apologize and for no TV panelist to defend this. In fact, everybody should advise him to just offer an apology and say, I'm sorry.
Actually, the Supreme Court in my case,
गद्दारों को तो गोली मारनी चाहिए श्रेया.
actually the Supreme Court
किसी
in
का
my
नाम
case
थोड़ी
has
लिया
defined-
था. मुझे एक बात बताओ.
किस कम्युनिटी के लिए बात कर रहे थे चारू उस दिन? We know the context of when that statement was made.
नहीं तो कम्युनिटी का
Where
नाम तो
and by
मैंने सुना
whom?
नहीं श्रेया. No. So context. So please tell me when an exact statement like क्या सारे चोर मोदी होते हैं is used, is that correct? What is the context or the connotation here? It is as direct can be. यहाँ पे तो कम से कम गद्दार
Actually-
शब्द का इस्तेमाल हुआ था. I don't find anything
Actually,
wrong
I'm
about
very
the word
scared.
गद्दार.
I'm very
Charu
scared.
has a
He was
point.
singled
No,
out.
No, Charu has a point when she says it was a silly thing to say.
Yeah, but you see, you can't go to jail even if I were to go with your logic
But
for being a
silliness
citizen.
is not a crime,
No,
you're
but see,
telling
what
me
is
now.
defamation, Shreya? If I say, listen, all anchors are biased, hypothetically, that's not defamatory. Defamatory is if I say Shreya is biased, she's not a good anchor. You have a right to take defamation. Somebody saying Sonia Gandhi is a Jersey cow, you're saying, no, that is not defamatory because he's not calling all women. But, one word because everybody's called, that's not defamation. You've turned around the explanation of what is defamatory. And that is why I have a problem with this particular court order. Secondly, the
Tehseen,
Supreme
I'm a
Court in my
Tomar.
case
I'm a
said, Tehseen
Tomar.
Poonawalla
If
says Union
today
of
you
India,
say all
make a law
Tomars
for
are
hate
thieves,
speech.
am I going to be okay with it?
Acha, so let's
one
listen
second.
to his logic, then we'll come to
The Honorable Law Minister, let me answer you. The Honorable Law Minister of India said retired ex-Supreme Court judges were anti-nationals. Does that mean they can put him in jail now, the Law Minister of India? Do you endorse that, Charu? Should somebody file a complaint? Where are we taking the discourse? And Shreya, you've heard this. We would often have slogans like Gali Gali Mein Shore, XYZ Chore. Now you said that you can target the Prime Minister. Prime Minister was targeted yesterday. They put people in jail for putting posters up.
एक XYZ को बोल रहे हो ना?
Mother
इस
of
गली में
democracy in
रहने वाला हर
Amritsar,
आदमी
you're
चोर है.
putting
That's
people in
what you're
jail,
saying.
saying that, oh, your attitude is not right, so we'll put you in jail.
I beg to disagree. I still think it's the wrong comparison.
But you did put people. You
I
just
think
said,
it's the wrong
Charu, on this
comparison,
show,
and Tehseen,
you can target the
because I
Prime
want to
Minister. Prime
remain-
Minister was targeted yesterday, and people were
I'm
put in
sorry.
jail. Why? Prime Minister be targeted? Yes or no?
That's an entirely different technically legal issue, right? Can
Why?
we? No,
I don't-
you
I
have
think
been
he can
doing
be
it.
targeted.
You have been
He may
doing
be
it.
the
Telling
Prime
you
Minister, he's
based
one
on
amongst
entire
us.
campaign saying Chaukidar chor
So
hai.
why are you putting
What
people in
happened
jail?
after that? So can I speak now, Tehseen? And can I get 20 seconds, please, now, Shreya? And I want to really draw a distinction here.
They go hand in hand. The Prime Minister of a country can be criticized.
Can I
He
speak
can
now?
be questioned. And
So-
you cannot put people in jail for questioning the
Yes,
Prime Minister
and you
of
have
the
done
country.
enough of that. You have done enough of that. But that is not what has happened, Shreya. And now can I please get 20 seconds? And because I want to remain polite, I'm not going to use either of your surnames as example, but use mine. I'm a Tomar. If somebody turns around tomorrow and says, Har Tomar chor hai, will I not be offended? Will my rishtedar not be offended? Will the other Tomar who lives next to my gaon not be offended? That is what Rahul Gandhi did, and you are refusing to see that. Apart from that, if just targeting Prime Minister Modi would have landed anybody in jail, you have targeted Prime Minister Modi more than dozens of times. Like, I've got a list of some 60 names here that our Honorable Prime Minister has been called and nobody has been jailed, Tehseen. Nobody has been jailed. Gandhi Nali ka Keeda se leke, Ravan se leke, Modi teri kabar Khudeski se lekar, Lahu Purush. I don't even want to take those
Yesterday they were
negative names
jailed.
right now.
Pawan Khera was
No, but that
almost
was
picked
not
up
the
from an
reason.
airline.
That was not the reason. Nahi.
Why was Pawan Khera picked up from an airline?
No, Pawan Khera was picked up
You
for
may
a
disagree with
different
his
issue,
comment,
and why don't
and
you?
I do. But he was picked up from an airline. He was dragged out of an
Tehseen, you
airline.
want to? I absolutely disagree.
What
No.
Rahul Gandhi said in Karnataka. Completely
there is a
disagree with
way-
it. And I say it is silly for the politician to make a statement like this against anyone. Okay. But should you put him in jail for 2 years for what has been said on a political stage? No. It's excessive. And if in this country every second person gets offended every second minute, if every second person every second minute starts going to courts because the person is offended, God save our legal system, which is in any case collapsing under pendency.
Not just our legal system, our free speech. Nothing will be left. You'd rather err on excess free speech than less free speech. Today we are all scared of what we have to say because who will get offended where and take us to court? And the process is the punishment.
Okay, we'll leave it there. This has been a good chat. Charu Pragya, thank you very much. My producer is shouting in my ear and saying, please wrap. What you have done is, overstep your time limit. So we'll leave it there for the moment. Charu, thank you very much. Tehseen, thank you very much for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, good night. Thank you for watching. Afrida is joining you at the top of 9 with all the day's top stories. Do stay with us.